talking to you from Hollywood, and Hollywood is feeling the effects of all that. I mean, nobody's working here
Yeah.
except of us who've tied ourselves to the electronic world.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Where are you in your kitchen? Where are you? I'm looking here.
Nobody's working here.
not
It's strange that you could say that. No, I'm in a room that I had electronic world.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Where are you in your kitchen? Where are you? I don't know what's happening.
So
I'm hearing an echo. I feel like you're on the spaceship right now. Echo. Okay, we got it cleared up. What were you saying?
Got it cleared up. No, yeah. I'm in a room. When I bought this place years ago, so many years ago, in fact, I've rebuilt where I am 4 times. And around the 3rd time, I built a room over the garage, which I thought would be wonderful to look at, a large screen that project an image on the wall, but have a screen there. Yeah. And so it's a 30-foot throw, and it's brilliant picture. And I have Monday Night Football here, and I invite friends and acquaintances and you, when you're in Los Angeles, to come and watch Monday Night Football or the World Series. And it's a great room, and I use it to broadcast from as well.
Oh, this is so great. All right, I'm in. In fact, I'll drive over to L.A. Come on, it's only a 5-hour drive.
I was in Phoenix last week. I sold a horse at the Barrett Jackson thing. At their auction.
Oh, for goodness sakes. That's so great. And you're coming to Phoenix. The main reason we're chatting with you today, by the way.
I'm coming back to Phoenix.
Yeah, our audience numbers are just growing by the minute right now because we've got the man himself, William Shatner, here. And the main reason we wanted to chat with you today, we got a dozen questions. We'll get to them in a second. But people are going to have a chance to have a kind of an in-person with you in the month of November here in Phoenix. Tell us what's going on there.
Well, do you have a date? I don't have the date in front of me.
I'm going to ask Dave, our executive producer. Dave, I think you saw the date. Is it November 13th? Let me dump.
November 13th.
November 13th.
November 13th.
November 13th.
Orpheum Theater, one of the
At the Orpheum Theater.
Yes.
I knew that.
Yeah.
And I'll be there with the movie, The Wrath of Khan, voted in some places the best Star Trek movie that's been made. So The Wrath of Khan will play, all refurbished and reshined up, and it's a lovely movie, actually. So they'll play the movie. You'll pay your admission. You'll watch the movie, the Wrath of Khan, all shined up for you, and sound and picture, and then I'll come out on stage. So you have a live version of the former me. And a film version of the former me and a live version of the present me on stage, answering your questions, telling you stories about how the movie was made and what we did and all the wonderful things. So I've got some live stage things after the movie plays. It's a wonderful evening of entertainment in the theater, and I urge you and your audience to come and see it. That's November 13th at the Orpheum Theater.
That's so great. By the way, Syleste, my co-host here, joins. Syleste, here's what you missed in the last 3 minutes. William said you and me are invited to come over to the house and watch Monday Night Football.
Are we really?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
William.
The invitation will take a while to get to you. But
That's okay.
Don't despair. Sooner or later, maybe in a year or two, there'll be an invitation. I have friends and acquaintances up here, and I get it. I order from a good local restaurant, whatever food we get, and so there's a great counter where the food lies, and everybody eats and watches this 13-foot screen, and it's like overwhelming.
Who's your favorite team to watch?
Oh yeah.
Like who's
on MNF?
Well, that's an interesting question given the World Series. I lived in Toronto. I'm a Canadian from Montreal, and Toronto is the mecca for Canadian actors, like the New York of Canada. So I lived and graduated university in Montreal, and then left Montreal and essentially went to Toronto to begin a professional career. I was there for several years. And so I have an affinity to Toronto.
Okay.
But then I moved to Los Angeles, and I have a friend who has seats right behind home plate. And I've been to a baseball game sitting behind home plate,
Yeah.
which is really the only place to watch in my opinion, to watch a baseball game, because the television version of a baseball game with its close-ups and its replays and it's so much fun to watch, and then you can judge what the the mistakes the umpire makes.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the box. You have such an insight of detail in a baseball game that you don't have from way up in the flies.
So when you're sitting back there, are you yelling at the umpire? You're like, you got it wrong.
I'm
you got
yelling
it wrong.
at everybody but Ohtani, who is like the great savior, the Babe Ruth of our age. In fact, we are a party. This generation is a party to the greatest baseball player who ever played the game.
Oh, wow.
And we should we should be aware of that fact. It's a beautiful thing to think that all these legendary baseball players, that some of which I had seen because Montreal was the AAA team for the Dodgers of yesteryear. So all those legendary guys that we know about 30, 40, 50 years ago, whose names are emblazoned in baseball history, I saw play in Montreal in AAA baseball.
Wow, that's so great. Hey,
Wow.
by the way, since we're on YouTube, people are commenting constantly while you're on. And we have from Muffins. The question is, you look so great. Looking great
Yeah.
as always. You don't age a bit. You know,
No, I don't age.
You got to give us the secret
memory's
because
gone.
no, you're doing great. Life for you begins at about 90. I think you're 94 right now. You got to share the secrets.
Genetics.
Oh, yeah.
I've got my secret. I've been told that, and I appreciate that. And I'm waiting for the day when my face falls off, and then the truth.
And a full head of hair. You're looking good.
I got everything. Got my teeth and everything. But everything's going to fall out momentarily, and I'm looking on with horror. Which goes to tell you that I too am starting a podcast called No Time to Die, and my
Oh.
daughter, who is brilliant, and I are going to do the podcast.
Oh, my goodness. That's amazing. So what type of conversation will you be covering on your podcast with
Well,
your
it's
daughter?
called No Time to Die, which carries with it the truth of what we would talk about. My daughter had stage 4 cancer and survived it and is cancer-free.
amazing.
I too had melanoma, and they dug it out, and 2 years of infusion, and I'm cancer-free. So
Congratulations.
while peering into the cancer cells, doctors, and one doctor in particular, who will be on the show from time to time, I hope, could look at your cells as the health of your cellular life. So how old you are cellularly is quite different from your chronological age. And so we'll talk about that. So No Time to Die is kind of the title carries the.
That's amazing.
So, from a lifestyle standpoint, give us a kind of a glimpse at the everyday movements of William Shatner. Do you have a kind of a regular routine? Do you try to get out and walk, or exercise, or eat healthy, or what?
All of the above. I'm very busy. I go out almost every weekend in front of an audience and talk about things. I'm going on the 13th. I'll be at Phoenix, part of a tour of 6 cities in the West, sort of. Hopefully, I can reach all of them by car. So what will happen is we'll go to a city like Phoenix, do the show, finish at about 11 o'clock at night, and then get in a car and drive 200-300 miles through the night, reach the next venue, climb into bed during the day, which you can't get much sleep, perform the next night, get in a car, drive another 200-300 miles. I did that. I've done that several times now. And in fact, at one point, I was driving alone in a rental car driving 2 o'clock in the morning. There's nobody around, and going 100 miles an hour in an American car. And I say
wow.
American car because an American car doesn't hold the road like some of the foreign cars. So I'm going 100 miles an hour, going around the sweeping turns of a freeway, and it's still like a little dicey. Like I can feel the car moving under me, but I got to get to that place. And if I get to the place sooner, I can get to bed sooner, and I get more rest for the following evening. And a cop car comes up behind me.
Oh.
Okay.
Did he let you off? Did he let you off? Were
Yeah,
you like,
no, he
hi, I'm
says,
William
let me see
Shatner?
your license. Then he says to me, come in my car.
Oh.
So he goes into his police car. I reluctantly get out and open the door, and the light opens up on me from the car, and he looks up at me and he says, "No shit, Shatner." And he lets me go.
We're keeping the bleep button handy.
3 times.
Okay, so
Oh
we
my
have
goodness.
we,
Ron, this
we
is the
have a commercial break. We're
This is-
10 seconds out.
Oh.
Can you stick for
I'll
about
be
5 more
here.
minutes? You got 5 more
Yeah.
minutes with us? Okay, we're going to go to break.
I've got all the time in the world. I've got 5 minutes. I'm
all hour. He's
Okay.
going to hang with us all
I'm
hour.
expecting I'll drop dead every 5 minutes.
Mystery Cam. We'll be right back. Okay, the good news is we have a mystery cam for you, and you can all give us your guesses right now. The bad news is William had to go. He said, I can hang for 5 more minutes, but then we actually looked at his schedule, or he looked at it and realized he's got another interview coming up. I wanted to ask him if he was afraid to fly, because he's like, I'm only going places I can drive in a car. He must not like flying.
Well, I was going to ask
The
him
guy who flew the starship across the universe.
Well, what highway was he driving 100 miles an hour on where a trooper pulled him over? And I thought it was very interesting. 94 years young. He
Yes.
looks amazing.
He looks amazing.
I wanted to ask him what his thoughts were on Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau.
Yes.
Because he's Canadian.
Right.
I mean, I know we're chatting with TMZ about that a little bit later this morning.
Yeah, I know.
But,
That would have been a great
he's
one.
a Canadian.
Yeah,
so.
no kidding. And I did want to ask him if he was more of an IHOP or a Denny's guy, because everybody gets free Grand Slam. I think starting today. going for the next week or so because somebody
Wow.
hit a grand slam of the World Series. We'll talk
Yeah.
about that later on.
And Muffins asked what he was eating for breakfast.
Oh, let's go to Big D.
So let's go to Big D.
He's got a story about that. What is it, Dave?
Yeah, so when I joined the Zoom to start it and get it ready for Ron and Celeste, he was just nicely eating a little biscuit or a sandwich or something, and he asked if he could drink tea while he was on the stream. So, very pleasant guy, incredibly smart for 94 years old. He was amazing.
What a sweet old man.
He is like he should be. So I'm in my 60s. Celeste is only in her 20s.
Thank you, Ron.
We have a real age gap going
I'm
here.
kind of a mature 20-year-old.
Yeah. But he's the inspiration for anybody in their 60s looking at what is happening with William Shatner.
So let me read this comment, though, from Jared of Sonora. He goes, this is after William Shatner shared about his conversation with the officer.
Okay.
He goes, 94 and doesn't give a F.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Celeste, which thank you for only giving us letters.
Yes.
But we do need to apologize for the language because I
Yes.
think he was thinking he was only on YouTube.
Which there are no rules on YouTube, really.
Yeah. But guess what? There are rules elsewhere.
On TV, because we're
Correct.
also on TV.
Yes. Let's not forget that. Channel 45.
Yeah.
Which we have all taken the no swearing pledge
Yeah.
on that channel.
Ron, how has that been for you? Are you able to maneuver that?
Celeste. You know me. I try to keep, I don't even venture into PG-13 for goodness sakes. It's
Yeah.
PG or nothing with
Mama,
me.
dada.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, apologies about that. So we definitely wanted to make that clear.
What a lively individual, though.
Oh my gosh.
All right, mystery cam time,
By the way, you
Ron?
also missed when I said this is the biggest guest we've had so far.
Yes.
On FTT,
Yes.
Fox 10 Talks.
Yeah.
He said, you guys aren't doing very well. I'm the biggest star. Oh, so good.
He's so great.
Dave, you like that line too, right?
That was great. I mean, we've had Mike Tyson. We've had a
that's
lot of
true.
good guests.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
William Shatner is definitely one of the best.
Didn't we
Sure.
have the fighter Tito? Didn't we have Tito on? We had Tito
He's on.
Ortiz on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had Olivia Cook. We've had Robin Wright. Next Monday, we're going to have Governor Katy Hobbs.
Yeah.
So, celebrity of a different realm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
So, a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, we've had senators on here. We've had in the political world. I'm just talking about in the movie star world.
Right.
All right.
Exactly.
So let's get back on track. Mystery Cam.
Which is hard to do at times.
Correct. We've chatted so much. All the guesses have come and gone. What did you see earlier?
Okay, so let's go ahead and give you some of. So many people are chiming in about the fall colors and the beautiful shot and talking about his funny language.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's see. I think that is Fairfield, Iowa.
'Kay.
That's the Jefferson County Courthouse, according to Halakita.
Oh, wow.
I have a feeling she likes to travel.
Okay.
You know, especially through Iowa. We also have this morning a few other people chiming in.
Yeah.
And we don't have many guesses, though. Haliquitas might be one of the onlys because people are loving right now the conversation we just had, yours truly. We do have a Virginia from Lil Philosophy and an Ohio this morning from Brandy the Bookworm.
All right, so here's what I have to do, Celeste. I'm going to do an impromptu Let's Ask AI. You want to know why?
Why is
Here,
that?
hang on. By the way, I have a new voice, a lady. I got a lady on here.
Does your wife know, Ron?
Oh, yes. Okay, hang on. Ready? Hi, are you there?
I'm right here,
So-
loud and clear.
so
Just let me know what you need.
Where in the world isn't currently 4:20 in the afternoon? Look at that clock, Celeste. It says it's 4 in the afternoon. Where in the world is it 4:20 p.m., please?
Sure. So if it's about 4:20 in the afternoon somewhere, that would mean we're looking at a time zone that's roughly about 9 hours ahead of Eastern time in the U.S. So that could be places like parts of the Middle East, like the United Arab Emirates, or parts of Russia. So think places around the Gulf region.
Okay.
I'm
do
gonna-
we go? Do we go Russia or the UAE?
I'm going to go UAE this morning.
Okay, I'll go Russia. Here comes our. We'll
Yeah,
go
Ron,
right
can we
ahead.
just say how abrasive? I hope you talk to your wife nicer than that. Where in the world is it 4:20?
Well, I mean, I'm just getting to know this lady. You got to be nice to your AI agent.
On a first,
That's what they call them,
on a
agents.
first date. My God,
all
try to
right.
butter it up.
Getting
Ron.
weird. Here we go. All right.
Fairfield, Iowa.
Oh, it is Fairfield.
Yeah,
I was
Halakita. Well
so
done.
certain it was like Stalingrad.
I thought it was Dubai.
Yeah, you
I was
did.
thinking that, maybe this is part of historic Dubai.
Right. The one building they didn't tear down. The old Dubai courthouse. There it is. Oh, boy.
Oh, my
Okay.
gosh.
Anyway, how about this, Celeste? Let's just keep moving on.
Muffin said she sounds way too chipper. I think it's because she's excited about her first date with you, Ron.
Celeste,
like,
enough
"Hi."
with the date talk.
Hi, how are you?
I'm about to successfully celebrate our 47th wedding
I
anniversary.
know. I'm so happy for you guys.
Okay.
Some people can't even make it 47 months.
Yeah, I know.
So you and your
Some
wife,
people can't
that's-
make it 47 hours.
Or minutes.
Yes, right.
an old man place.
Yeah.
But congratulations to you and
Thank
Renee.
you.
Love
Okay.
that.
Here is the other story. I did want to ask him if he was a Denny's or an IHOP guy, and here's why. Thanks to a guy named Addison Barger, or Barger, who got a grand slam in the first game in Toronto. He was talking about being a Torontoite or a
Yes.
Torontonian. I'm not quite sure what it is.
Torontonian.
In the sixth inning, back on game one on Friday. Therefore, everybody in America gets a free grand slam. This is amazing to me.
Do you have to buy another meal?
No, it's not a BOGO, but you do have to sign up for their app.
Okay.
So that's pretty simple. You need to join Denny's rewards program, which is behind the scenes. That's what Celeste is doing as we speak. Before next Monday, November 3rd, and then you can get your grand slam anytime between now and Monday, November the 10th.
Okay.
Amazing.
Wow.
Really,
No, okay.
truly amazing.
Ron, maybe we should go there this week.
Okay.
And maybe we should do a little YouTube Live or Facebook Live or Instagram Live or something.
Okay.
We should go order our Grand Slam. You know what I'm talking about?
You know, the thing about it, they advertise Grand Slams starting at $5, but half of them are like $9 or $11 or whatever.
know.
But anyway, okay, so let's talk government shutdown because...
Boo.
Do we have that live cam?
Boo.
Let me just pull this
Who?
up. Do we have the live cam from LAX? Okay, so let me go to this button right here.
Oh.
Everything so far today looks like it's running smoothly.
This is when you have a government shutdown. Everything is black and white. Where's the color, Ron?
Well, you know, LA is kind of more like that. It's more of a gray tone
It is.
type of city.
Why is that? And what happened to
I
the
don't
city?
know. They still have the smog.
I mean,
all
it's
that
a
kind of stuff.
city of angels. Back when people started flocking to the West Coast, remember it
Yes.
was like, we're going to go west. We're going to create a
Go
new
west,
life,
young man.
You know,
Yes,
you
right.
know,
I
dig
know.
for gold and
Well, but
create
then
a
they
life.
put in some of the highest income taxes in the country, and they decided they were never going to build any more freeways with still millions moving there, and everything's a bad traffic jam, including right at the airport.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Okay. So they had it was a temporary shutdown, but they didn't have enough people in the tower.
Uh-huh.
And so they had to do a ground stop yesterday. I mean, I get that it's skeleton staff, it's the weekend, but is this a sign of times to come? We have to wait and see. But
So I think
45-minute ground stop for every plane in America that was otherwise headed to LAX. That had to have a domino effect.
I think we may unfortunately see more of this in the next few days because we have, a November 1st deadline for the SNAP benefits,
Oh, yeah.
the food stamps.
Well, and the last paycheck that they would have received was last Friday.
Yeah. And, so
And these folks in Washington cannot it was passed already in the House, but
Right.
it can't seem to get through the Senate. You need to get 60 votes. But here is the other big story of the morning, and it
Okay.
has to do with Donald Trump. He spoke on Air Force One yesterday. At one point saying, well, you know, Marco Rubio and J.D. Vance would be great candidates coming up in the year 2028. But then he's also like, I don't know, you tell me, should I run? That kind of a thing.
Oh, brother.
A third time around. So let's go to the poll question because it's getting some action. If he was legally allowed to run, who would you vote for next time around? And guess what? It's shaping up to be a redo of the last election.
Wow.
62% of you saying, I like what he's doing. I'll vote one more time for Donald Trump. Of course, you would have to have a number of states sign off on it. Congress would have to sign off on it. You have to have an adjustment to the Constitution. It would be a huge hurdle to clear.
Right.
But 62%, and you can just save your comments if you're so angry that all you want to comment on is it's not legal.
Yeah.
We know it's not legal, but if it were to become legal and these were your options, then where would you go? 25% say Kamala Harris, 8% say J.D. Vance or Marco Rubio, 5% like Gavin Newsom or somebody else.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Many of you are asking, where's the poll link?
Big D.
Can we go ahead and ask if the web department can put the link at the top of the chat again? It's not there. Thank you so much, buddy. The link for the YouTube is not in the chat like it normally is.
Oh,
so
weird.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
but that's usually like the easy place to find it. But there's a look at the YouTube poll right now. Even without the link, we've got 847 votes right now. President Trump coming in at 44%. Gavin Newsom or another governor at 34%. Kamala Harris not getting as many votes on YouTube. Dave, thank you so much. Big D coming in here with the link.
Coming in hot with the link. Big D. Okay.
Here's the thing with Gavin Newsom that's interesting.
Okay.
I think.
All right.
Do you recall, was it during COVID when he went to the French Laundry or one of those fancy restaurants in Napa?
Oh.
And people got mad because he had instituted the...
You can't go to a restaurant, he said.
No.
You cannot go. Now,
But then-
I'm about to go.
And it was kind of that Marie Antoinette vibe.
Yeah.
You know, where it's like, let
right.
them eat cake. She's like doing all
Yes.
kinds of stuff. Anyways, I think a lot of people that left a sour taste in their mouth.
Yeah.
And I have another note on him and on his podcast, what he had to share. That's coming up after the break.
And don't forget this guy right here reading your comments. We've got some. It's all next on FTT. All right, Ron and Celeste back with you at 10:30 as we look at LAX. I love some of the comments we are getting. For example, Mike says, you know, about Dave, or everybody just calls him Big D. Big D. About Dave, he has 8 arms, and they're always moving. Great job, Dave. If you guys knew how many hats Dave wears in the streaming world, it's pretty impressive.
He's amazing.
And then RLS Vids jumps right on. You telling me that Dave's an octopus?
Well, Mike Fernandez, Big D, has 8 arms, and they're always moving.
Yeah.
So great.
Okay.
Okay, can I share something about the Gavin Newsom thing?
Sure.
Okay, this is just a little bit of an interesting thing. When Charlie Kirk was assassinated, I happened to be doing some research, fell upon this podcast, Gavin Newsom's podcast. He interviewed Charlie Kirk. And it was a really interesting exchange. But the one thing that stuck out that I thought was so interesting, and it gives you kind of like an inside look into his family, who he is or who his kids are, and how politics can sometimes be polarizing even within a family dynamic. And in that interview, he shared that when he announced to his young son, I think he's like a teenager, that he was going to have Charlie Kirk on, the son was like, "Oh, can I come to work with you? Can I come? I want to meet Charlie Kirk."
Oh, is that right?
And Gavin Newsom was like, "No, you can't come with me. You have school." But when he met Charlie Kirk, it was such a funny exchange when they were on Gavin Newsom's podcast. Charlie Kirk responded when Gavin Newsom tells him the story, and he goes, "Well, you shut down schools for I don't know how long. What's one more day that your son is missing?" And I thought that was funny. And they both laughed at the joke and exchanged that moment. But it gives you an idea that even Gavin Newsom's kids, they have a mind of their own. They think and believe, however, just like everybody else's kids.
Really interesting. Okay, speaking of interesting, this guy and your comments on the poll question today. What do you see him, buddy?
Yeah, great comments as always. Very passionate ones. Jack Rice 007 says, he would be too old anyway. He's still pretty sharp for his age right now, but I don't want an 80-plus-year-old in office even longer. J.D. Vance would do a good job. And learning student EY40F says you should have included Obama. If they make a change to allow for a third term, Obama has already announced he'd run again. That would be an easy win and certainly turn things around for the better. Really interesting comments. Keep them up, everybody.
Oh, that's great. Okay. So we are coming up in about 3 minutes. We're going to be live with our friends at TMZ, but let's do a little football talk. I am so bummed out about Cam Scat.
Oh, man.
Apparently, he had a really bad injury to his ankle.
Well, and he's just been like the life and the heartbeat of the Giants since the season began.
I have never rooted for the New York Giants in my life until this year.
Well, and in some of the comments, like the New York Giants have posted some Instagram posts and videos with Scat in there, and some of the fans are responding. They're like, you've made me love the team again. You've made me love football or love the Giants again. And it has been so fun to watch his big personality and just his love. You know what it is? It's passion for the sport.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Yes,
and
it is.
I think all of us, we love to watch people that have passion for whatever it is. Passion for cooking, passion for sport, passion for, Ron's love for the Fox 10 Talks.
Thank you. Thank you, Celeste. By the way, the question is asked. Ian Rappaport of NFL Network says it looks like he will miss the entire rest of the season. But they already got him in for surgery. By the way, they didn't wait. I believe they did it at a hospital in Philly.
Yeah, they did.
He didn't. I mean, it wasn't like, well, give me back to New York where I got a regular doctor or back to Arizona where I've got a sports doctor. They took care of it right away. And Rappaport said on NFL Network that everything should be A-OK. And the way they operate now, it almost makes you stronger at the knee or the ankle or wherever than you were before.
Well, because they put, Gary and I were having this conversation last night. Yeah. My husband had an ankle injury in college when he played football, and they put steel in his ankle. So his ankle actually, to a certain extent, Scataboos, will probably be stronger. Yeah. Because they're going to probably put a steel plate or already have since he went through surgery. Yeah. And it was wild to watch. Yeah. We had video this morning, and the ankle was, the foot was like to the side or backward. It was just so
really
painful.
Rough, but it's almost like it can go bionic now.
Oh my gosh, but he had I didn't see tears. But you could see the heartbreak on all the players.
He is the toughest guy on a football field in America, I believe.
It's amazing.
So what if I told you we had Eric Wilson standing by right here, right now on TMZ? I don't know, what team do you root for? We're talking about Camp Scataboo, and he's gone for the whole rest of the year.
I hate to be that guy, but I'm an Eagles fan, so.
Well, you know what? There were Philadelphia doctors that probably helped him last night.
Well, there you
know
go.
what I mean?
Philadelphia, the best hospitals in the country.
They
See,
do
Chop,
have
shout out,
it.
chop.
All right, Eric. We love every Monday at 10:35. You can set your watch to it. We have some great stories to talk about with Eric and the whole team at TMZ. Eric, the Louvre. The headline broke out this weekend, but a lot of us, on Monday morning, we're so busy, maybe we didn't even click on the story. They caught some of the guys?
Yeah, $102 million in jewels gone in 8 minutes, but it looks like they caught 2 of the suspects right now, one at an airport, potentially trying to leave the country, obviously, and get away from this crazy heist. A lot of people were cheering it on. George Clooney, he was a fan of the heist, obviously, from the Ocean's movie. This is just inspiration for him. But yeah, very interesting turn of events. They caught them already.
Cheers for the suspects, or the fact that they caught the guys.
Suspects. Yes. I think in today's headlines with everything going on in the world, a nice jewelry heist is kind of refreshing.
Isn't it wild?
Yeah.
Like they on the way out they dropped one of the crowns.
The crown, yeah.
Right? And
yeah.
So beautiful. My goodness. I mean, they almost look fake.
Yeah, they had apparently they had 100 investigators on this case, so that explains why they were caught so quickly. But yeah, these seems to be the 2 suspects that went up in the lift and ran away with the items.
Wow.
So are there still a bunch of other guys outstanding? I don't think I know how many people they think pulled the heist total.
Yeah, I don't know about if there was behind the scenes a guy in a van or anything like that, but we do know that 2 of the suspects, which we only saw 2 go in through that window and up the lift. We know that 2 were caught. We don't know if it was those 2. Maybe it was someone else associated with the plan. But that's all we know so far.
And do we know if they caught him on camera? There's cameras in every large city in America. There's a camera.
I haven't seen it yet, but if they caught
one.
one at the airport, it's likely on camera. And I'm sure that'll be out soon.
Yeah.
We don't know where the jewels are either, right? That was part of the new information this morning. We don't know where they are. I mean, there could
or if
be
they're still intact or what.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That was one of the things that we were like, what do you do with something like that? If you're like behind this thing, are you walking around wearing the crown in like your living room? Or are you melting it?
Oh,
right?
Don't melt. No.
One expert actually said they're going to melt it and then just make money off the pieces.
I hope not.
Yeah, I mean, and that, some of the items may be more valuable with the history attached to them than it is to melt them down. So that's something to take into consideration for these robbers if we're giving them suggestions on what to do with the jewels. So it's really just like, I guess, assessing this crown was from the 10th century. Is it worth more knowing that, or is it worth more just melting it down into a giant block of gold or diamond?
All right. Well, we'll find out a lot more. I'm sure we'll get names and modus operandi and all of that kind of thing. All right. Let's go from Paris to Canada because there's a love
actually, we're
affair.
staying in Paris.
Oh, really? Tell us more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Katy Perry, Justin Trudeau made it super official. If it wasn't official before with them making out on a boat and Justin going to her concerts and everything, they went out on a date night for Katy's 41st birthday in Paris. They went to the Crazy Horse Paris to see a cabaret show. They left together holding hands, was greeted by some folks giving them roses as they left. Yeah, this is fully official now. There's no hiding it.
So for those of us who don't know, because I've never been to a cabaret, what type of show is that, Eric?
I think it's just like a sexy, Parisian kind of think Moulin Rouge-esque type situation, which is, it's up Katy's alley, but it's interesting to see the prime minister attend such a show. But I think when you're dating Katy, you have to match her speed. So maybe this will lighten him up a little bit.
Oh, maybe he blushed. Maybe he blushed.
Yeah. But when you're a prime minister, you can't go. Yeah, you can't go to a lot of cabaret shows there in Ottawa.
Do you think he had an eye mask? Maybe he put the eye mask on in the cabaret.
But do we know how they first met? This is such an from the world of politics to the world of superstardom, pop superstardom. How did it all begin? What did you guys ever learn on that?
It started in July. We believe they were introduced by a mutual friend right after Katy separated from Orlando, which was pretty quick turnaround. I believe they announced their separation in June, maybe May, and they were already spotted together in July at the concert and out to dinner in Canada. So whoever made this match obviously knew what they were doing, and they seem to be having a good time together.
You know what I think is really splendid also is that when they were spotted on that yacht, he was in a Canadian tuxedo, or at least half of one. He was wearing jeans and no T-shirt. You know, it's like all rules are thrown out the window for the former prime minister.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out if they were waterproof jeans or maybe Canadian swimming jeans, but we did not get any reports back on that, unfortunately.
Or maybe jeggings.
For sure. All right. If we go to the website today, what are some of the other big stories you guys are working on? Or is it all Katy and all Justin?
No, we always got 1,000 things going on. I think the biggest story we broke over the weekend was Adrian Peterson was arrested for a DUI in Texas.
No.
So we're still working on details of that. We just released his mugshot, and we have some other things that we're working on with that story.
That's a bummer.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
Eric, always appreciate your time, buddy. We'll see you next Monday.
My pleasure. Thanks, guys. Have a
Good
good
to
Halloween.
see you.
Yeah, for sure. You know, Syleste, the other thing in the world, now that we know he's a Philadelphia Eagle fan, the other thing in the football world is how does ASU beat the toughest team in the Big 12, Texas Tech,
Yeah.
and then lose to Houston, and now, boom, they fall all the way out of the top 25. I can't believe it.
I know. It says somebody didn't eat their Wheaties. Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
Or they washed their stinky socks that they usually wear on game day.
Okay, they're lucky socks.
They're lucky socks.
Somebody probably has lucky socks.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Something happened. You're like, what is
Right.
going on?
Yeah. For any old timer, anybody who's 50 plus watching, there was a guy who was the world's first great 3-point shooter way before Steph Curry. His name was Pistol Pete Maravich.
Oh,
Did you
Pistol
ever
Pete.
hear Pistol Pete Maravich?
No, but we used to have Pistol Pete's Pizza here in town, remember?
Yeah, it's a different guy. That's a different guy. But he had the, quote, lucky socks, and he just never took them off. And I'm sure you could smell those socks from the other side of the court.
Maybe that's why guys didn't guard him and they let him shoot. They're like,
Yeah,
this guy
For
smells.
sure. All right, so time for a break. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Look at how you build a
Wow.
bridge. I wonder if they're actually tearing this bridge down because the new one is right next door. All right, mystery camp. No, we've already done the mystery camp.
Yeah.
We'll figure out where it is, and we have some great stories for you right after the break. And we welcome you back to more of FTT with Ron and Syleste. Ty is off today, but it'll be Anita at 11, maybe with Danielle. Yeah, with Danielle.
will be here.
Okay, so I have to keep reminding myself you're on mic 3 today.
Oh, what am I
so
usually on?
Normally you're on mic 2, but I got you. We can hear
Oh,
you
thank
loud
you,
and
buddy.
clear. Okay, so the Lions, the beloved Lions, they're youthful. They're young lions at the
yeah.
Phoenix Zoo, I believe, at this hour. Are on the move to Miami, Celeste.
Bienvenidos a Miami.
Yeah, there you are. We told you last week that they were going to be on their way. Apparently, they have some sort of a breeding program.
They do. And some lioness male bride program.
So here's what they were saying.
We violated.
Hold on.
The same lions that were born here a year ago, or almost a year ago, on June 3rd of 2024, and have just absolutely captured everyone's hearts. So we want to make sure that we let people know they are leaving over to Miami Zoo to be exact. So two big things. Reason number one is they are getting pretty old, so we don't want them to be out here with their mom and their aunt. Naturally, lions around this age would actually get kicked out by their dad because they're like, hey guys, come on, go pay rent somewhere else. Okay, you're laying around, lying around, if you will. And this is normal for adolescent lions to go. Secondly, lions are a vulnerable species, so to have them go to the Miami Zoo, it actually distributes their genetics a lot better. That way they in the future can start their own pride and keep lions as a whole safe. So they're amazing ambassadors for their species, and they're going to keep helping their species. They don't even know it, but they're going to go to Miami and they're going to make a big difference down there too.
They don't even know it, but they're going to make a big difference to the lady lions in Miami.
And Ron, what did you say? What was the line that Javier used? First of all, Javier usually shows up to the station in like a Phoenix Zoo printed button down, like a safari shirt.
Yeah.
This was a much different. This is a big celebration.
I think he said they were going to, quote, distribute their genetics, Celeste. I wonder what that means exactly.
I don't know. Maybe Big D. Maybe he wants to share.
It's okay, Dave. You don't even have to
Dave, are you blushing?
Actually, we're moving on to our next story, which is the goats under arrest. Hold on.
Are they distributing their genetics, Ron?
No, well, maybe they were thinking about it. But the goats got arrested. I love this story. The goats were taken into custody because a whole bunch of them were on the loose in Marana this weekend. The police department, they got loose in the neighborhood. The officers tracked them down. Not clear how they got. Look at that guy right there. Oh,
he's like, what is happening?
He's like, from the back of the squad car. What did I do to get this kind of treatment?
Or he's talking to his buddies. He's like, what'd you guys get me into?
Yeah.
You guys told me we were going to be back before nighttime.
No, you guys told me we were going to Miami.
To distribute our genetics.
Okay, on to a few more stories that certainly have us talking this morning here at Fox 10. One of them has to do, Celeste, with how would we in Arizona deal with a zombie apocalypse? They came out with a study, and they said that we would not do very good if the zombies were to, and this is Halloween time, so we have to talk about it. We have to be honest with ourselves.
It could happen, Ron.
Yeah. According to this new survey by a casino in Canada, they came up with the states most likely to survive a zombie apocalypse, and we are in the bottom 10, Celeste. We're number 7 worst.
Why?
I don't think that's very good.
I don't think it either. Is it because we have the friendliest airport in the nation?
Maybe.
Right here?
We're too friendly.
We're too nice.
Zombie, where else? They're going to arrive at Sky Harbor.
Yeah,
right?
we're so nice. They would just eat us. Like, we're just not.
Right.
We couldn't fight back. We're so nice.
They'd be on the escalator and they'd be hearing, oh, this is the friendliest airport. Let's start eating now. Something like that. But the worst state was New Jersey. But here's the thing. This is always interesting to see how they come up with this. So population density, percentage of water area, meaning that would be a way you could escape on a boat, number of hospitals, number of airports, which we have one of the biggest airports in America. It's not like we got a lot of airports,
right,
compared to like larger states. Number of fishing and hunting stores, number of military bases. Guess who came in number 1?
Who is that?
Well, it says it right there on the screen.
Okay,
Alaska.
Oh, best state. Oh, maybe because it's so cold.
And because there's not much population density. Plus, if you're in Alaska, you have all kinds of places you could just kind of run and hide.
That's true.
Right out in the woods.
And it's so cold. How do those zombies make it out?
Yeah.
Listen to this. Okay, because Canada casino zombie apocalypse
Okay, good. Yeah.
likely refers to the zombie attack attraction in Niagara Falls.
Oh.
It's a multi-sensory zombie-themed experience located in a former casino building on Clifton Hill.
Clifton Hill.
Where have you been?
It's right over there by Niagara Falls on the
Exactly.
Canadian side.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's where this comes from.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Well,
little history, Ron. I know you like history.
yes, exactly.
I know.
Especially zombie history. Okay, let's go on to, and you did mention it was cold. Celeste, I felt like I was in Alaska this weekend.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
Was this you this weekend?
Yes. Yeah. So the Huskies played Illinois. And by the way, you guys all know I went to school there. I love the Huskies. I try to get up for a few games every year. That's my cousin Greg.
Look
right
at
behind me.
Greg.
I took another selfie from a different angle. And he says to me, "What? You don't like me in your selfies?"
You don't want my photo bomb? Look at Greg. How tall is he? He's got big hands. He's like a lumberjack. Like, what does he do?
Probably, yeah. He's in the tech world. I don't even know what that means. I just know he does.
Is it like when somebody says I'm in the CIA? Like, we just have no idea.
I think he's in like industrial real estate.
Ooh.
I believe.
Oh, well, that's probably good business in
But,
Seattle.
You know, the amazing thing, here's a good stat for you. The Huskies scored more points on any top 25 team in America in the last 2 years. When they beat Illinois this weekend, they put 42 points on them.
Are they ranked?
No, of course not.
Oh, man.
East Coast bias, Celeste. Come on. Think how good ASU looked at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
They should have been, top 8. They got them floating in there in the 20s. Now they didn't get a single vote.
Yeah.
It's the same thing for the Huskies.
That's such a bummer.
Yeah, I know. It's really ridiculous.
And who are these East Coasters? Do we need to go and give them a little West Coast love?
There you go. Do not get me started on these AP poll people.
It's like Biggie and Tupac, Ron.
Yeah, there you go.
Like the Battle of the Coast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the weird thing, this is why it's tough to be a weather forecaster in a place like Seattle. Which, Dave, I was going to ask if Dean could pull up that picture of the Seattle skyline. You guys had it.
Yes, we had it this morning. Isn't that crazy?
But it is so kind of cold and dark there again today. It was beautiful to start the day. I even sent out a picture.
It's hard.
And then the next thing you know, I swear the temps dropped 20 degrees in 10 minutes.
Well, Ron, you know this from going to UW.
Yeah.
And Gary, I know from my husband grew up in north of Seattle.
Yeah.
And during this time of year, you never know what the weather is going to be like.
Right.
And the shot that we had this morning on the air of Seattle was you could see the sun in the distance and then the lighter clouds kind of like the middle portion of the sky and then these very dark clouds in the foreground of the sky.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of like, wow, it was the most spectacular shot I think we've ever seen of the Puget Sound, like Emerald City, like so beautiful.
Yeah. By the way, did we ever find that? Oh, Mystery Cam,
Yeah.
There's the shot you're talking about, Celeste, right there.
Yeah, it really was so beautiful.
There's the Space
And I
Needle.
think we think it's beautiful because we don't get that much rain most years.
Yeah.
But for folks who live in Seattle and grew up there, I remember asking Gary, what does it feel like what do you mean it rains every day? He's like, it's not like when you have that little cold where it's like your nose is just
it's
like
true.
annoying
Right.
you while dripping.
Right.
That's what it is every single day. It's just that drizzle.
Right.
He's
It's
like,
true.
he didn't know what it was like to have so much sunshine until he moved here to go to Arizona State.
Yeah. By the way, they switched the camera on us almost right away. Now you're looking at the football stadium and the baseball field. Boy, those people are bummed out that the Mariners didn't make the World Series. But
Such a bummer.
You know what? The Diamondbacks did make the World Series a couple of years ago.
That's so true. Halakitas is so pretty with some of these skies.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
Muffin says takes a real man to wear pink or purple.
Right? Where did that shot go? Hold on. There you go. Got to wear my purple, that's for sure.
So great, Ron.
Okay, Celeste, you and I were brainstorming about the show this morning, and you said, I've got a picture I'm ready to share with everybody because it's Halloween week.
That's right. So we've celebrated Halloween here at Fox 10 for many, many years.
Yeah.
Every year we do.
Yeah.
So this photo is of, this is when I think it was my first year here.
Wow.
Kristen Anderson, Andrea Robinson, me, and you have Rick D'Amico, Ron Hoon, and then that's Christy Siefkin in The Witch.
Oh, this is like an all-star lineup of former Fox tenors.
Yeah, it really is. You and I are the only ones who are here right now. But here's the thing is that this was one of the most fun years to dress up. It was so great. So I put it on my Instagram at Celeste Fox 10.
Yeah.
And every single day, Ron and I were, as he says, brainstorming. And we're going to kind of throw up some of, look back and throw up some of the great pics that we have here at Fox 10.
Are you and Gary going out? Have you decided on costumes, or what about the kids? Are they doing it, or anything in your fam?
I actually was thinking of dressing up as like a housewife, with curlers and a robe and
that'd be fantastic.
slippers and,
Sure.
like a muumuu. Like, like
right.
a house dress.
Yes.
My Nana used to wear house dresses every day.
Oh,
I love it.
Okay.
So what about you, Ron?
Okay, so I don't think so. When we're on such an early morning schedule, it's possible. I just have to wait to see what the missus says.
What if you
But
dress
we
up
d-
while
we
you
did-
hand out
We
candy?
did carve pumpkins last night with all the grandkids. Some painted, others carved. The older kids.
Did you
carved.
save any of the seeds when you were carving and roast them up to eat?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's
Now,
the best.
that's the other thing. Again, remind me tomorrow. If you go to my Instagram page,
Hooner.
Hooner Fox 10.
Hooner Fox 10.
And you'll see we made this recipe of, have you seen it yet?
I have.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I was like, go, Ron.
Yeah, it was roast beef and cheddar sliders.
Yeah.
And they were off the charts delicious. So go to my Instagram. You can see the whole thing while I'm making it in the kitchen.
Ron, when he says making it, he loosely means his wife actually did it and he taste tested it.
Now, hold on, Celeste. This is like the first meal I made in a year.
I saw Renee in the background.
No. Oh, she told me every step to take.
Honey, try this. No, I'm very proud of you. That was
Good.
so great.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
Well, I'll bring the video in tomorrow because we really did have fun. But you're going to bring pictures in every day this week of us celebrating Halloween at the TV station,
Yeah, and I
right?
may throw in some fun ones we had during COVID too. Ron, you remember those days?
Yes.
How could we forget?
How could we forget? Okay, so anyway, you guys can tell us if you're going out for Halloween, if you've got plans, if you decided what you're going to look like, all those kinds of things. But what a great memory for all of us. Every year we do something fun for Halloween, and this was one of the best. Christy, by the way, was like the best Wicked Witch.
Oh my gosh, I had to zoom in to figure out that was her. So thank you for sharing part of your day with us, everyone.
I think the mics are open.
Oh, there we go.
Mics
Mics are good. Cameras
This is what happens when you go on vacation for a week. I went on vacation. I left Friday afternoon after work and landed
Oh, thanks, girl.
in Chicago to visit family. And Saturday morning woke up and was so sick.
That's the worst.
And it wasn't COVID. It wasn't the flu. I don't know what it was, but
But
it
you're
was,
feeling better.
I feel better,
Okay, good.
or I wouldn't have come in. But it was crazy. It was just, but I powered through because the fall colors in Chicago.
Oh
were
my gosh.
So
Yeah, I bet that's beautiful.
So beautiful. I should have. We'll share a photo tomorrow because they were so beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, I
So,
bet.
Something you can't see here as much.
No.
What's that?
Something you can't see here as much.
No.
That'll drive you a couple hours.
Exactly. So I was really excited to have out that. Irene is joining the Blondes Who Babble,
That's right.
and we're going
all
to
three
talk.
blondes.
I know. Now it's really blonde
We're
and
taking
babbling.
over, aren't
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
You were on an interesting story that really hits small businesses.
Sure.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah,
first?
well, the sad thing is, as you mentioned, they're small businesses. You know, there's so many in the valley, and the ones we're looking at, they were 3 that were not sure if they're connected or not, but they happened within a few days' time span, and they were designer eyewear, so they were expensive products. The first shop was reported on October 19th. That was Central Eyeworks. That's at near Central and Camelback. He was saying that he saw someone there on a bike on a security camera at 3:30 in the morning, shattering a window, and then just stole the glasses right off the shelves. Again, those are expensive designer glasses, not cheap ones at the dollar store, very expensive. And then they said it looked like he put them into a pillowcase. $13,000 to $15,000 worth of merchandise
my
was
gosh.
taken. That's what
Those
they
are very
estimate.
expensive.
Yeah,
they are.
Well, I know they have a
frames,
lot
right?
of, like Chanel and
the
Gucci
high-end
and all
brand
those. Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
So that was the first one. Then on Wednesday, the 22nd, 3 a.m., kind of same time frame. The last one was 3:30. This one's 3 a.m. Just a few minutes down the road. This was near 7th Street and Bethany Home Road. The same thing happening at Village Eyeworks. Then there was a third one mentioned by Phoenix Police, Van Buren Optical near 12th Street and Missouri Avenue. So that's just less than 2 miles from the other shops. That one was burglarized as well.
So they're targeting, obviously.
It sounds
these-
like it.
Yeah.
But they weren't able
found
to
a niche,
confirm.
like when people unfortunately run into a convenience store and steal the cigarettes, and people think, well, what do you need cigarettes for? And they probably are
Resell.
reselling is
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
we're
that would make
thinking.
sense.
We don't know that for sure, obviously, but I mean, we heard from these small businesses. What did they say? What did the small business owners
I mean,
say?
they were saying it's tough, because I mean, think about it. There's we have so many in the valley, I feel like, in different areas, and you talk to them, and a lot of them have been in the valley for decades. So these are like long-standing family-run businesses, and they call Arizona their home, have for a long time. And losing that amount of merchandise, they said, is tough. So they're hoping that by releasing the surveillance video, that someone, and by talking to us and getting the word out there, hopefully someone will recognize this person.
We're watching
and
that
be able to
video,
find them,
and
yeah.
this is, I think, the
Is that a
second.
rock?
Yeah.
Okay,
This is
yeah.
the second video. The first one, there was a different angle. You can actually hear the glass breaking, and you can see the suspect running into the building. He's got his face covered, but the rest of his body is.
And you can see kind of the up.
Yeah,
it's just
above
kind of his-
above his eye. But do they know? This is that other video I was talking about.
Yeah.
It's same MO almost. We don't know if it's same people. Who are they looking for? Do we know?
They did not give
no,
anything as far as a name. I
Okay.
think this is all the surveillance evidence they have is just some of this video here. So kind of hard to see. As you mentioned, he has something over his face. Looks like he's putting something into a pillowcase. That rock you mentioned, Danielle, from when he shattered the glass. But kind of hard to identify based on part of his face being covered there. So
That almost
they're
looked
just
like a backpack or what?
they're just hoping someone will recognize him.
Yeah.
I mean, so
Yeah.
Or
anyone who
hear
knows him.
something or
Okay.
say something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can call silent witness 480 witness. You will remain anonymous.
Sure. Or the Phoenix Police Department. They're handling the case.
Okay, so this is another huge case that has been.
Yeah. Crazy.
I didn't watch any news. Admittedly so.
That's good.
On vacation. But I did see a little bit of this because
This was hard to miss.
everyone was talking about it.
It's crazy.
They've arrested 2 now.
Correct. Yep. Which is, it's great. And I know they haven't said if they've recovered any of those jewels, but
They have not.
Oh my goodness.
They have not recovered the jewels. They have moved, you guys. We're talking about the big heist at the Louvre. In Paris. So one person was getting ready to flee the country. 2 arrests made so far. These jewels, which is so interesting, the crown jewels, $100 million.
Oh my goodness.
Still missing. They have moved the rest of their valuables 85 feet underground at the Bank of France because they're trying to protect it, even though it's probably too little too late.
I mean, at this point, yeah, because everything that's been coming out since this has happened says, these thieves can knock this jewelry down so quick and break it down and make it into something else. And
that was going to be my point. So I'm thinking if you have pieces that are this notable and this infamous, and you take the crown jewel to someone, they're going to say, we know where you got that. But that's not the case.
No, they'll break it down. And unfortunately, what makes it so valuable is because of what it is. It's still valuable as a diamond or those emeralds or... but they're not going to get as much as what they would have if they were able to say that it's a crown jewel.
I'm going to play devil's advocate, folks at home. Good morning, everyone. Linda, good morning to you. And Mike Fernandez, going back to Irene's story, says it's interesting the shops were all in the same proximity and that guy lives within miles. That's a really, really great point. Lil Philosophy saying they lost the robbers really, really quickly. My question is, if you weren't going to get caught, would you have carried out this heist?
Oh my gosh.
I thought it was so brazen. And the fact that they didn't have cameras in there. There's like a little bit of cell phone footage. They're in construction outfits coming out down this ladder.
Crazy.
I mean...
Yes, Anita, I would become a criminal. No. I probably wouldn't. I would have so much guilt.
I would have anxiety over getting caught.
Even if I wasn't going to get caught, I couldn't live with that.
The Mike Fernandez says, what will they rob next? The presidential ballroom.
You never know.
Well,
right now it's only going to be construction equipment. So go get yourself a loader.
But that
folks.
Also is worth a lot of money.
That is worth a lot of money.
But if you're in that beautiful museum and you're looking around and you have an opportunity, you watch all of these movies.
Yeah.
What are the Vegas movies with Julia Roberts and
I think
George
Dave just
Clooney.
Said Ocean's 11. Is that 11? What it is? Yeah, okay.
And so you watch those and it somewhat glamorizes.
Yep.
Even though some of them get caught, some of them get in trouble.
And I think the crown jewels, you walk into the Louvre and there's, the Mona Lisa and all these things. You can't really, you could steal it eventually or some way.
Well, they did.
But this is easy because you can put it in a bag or.
It's easy, says Danielle, the jewel thief.
Well, they made it seem really easy.
What were you doing last weekend, Danielle?
I wish those were my jewels.
But they're stunning pieces, and it's so
it's sad.
The audacity the thieves had is outstanding, and I agree. I mean, there's
and this says it was gloves, right?
They left gloves.
Yep.
They left
DNA.
a walkie-talkie. They left a vest and a can of gasoline. And I just want to know, are these like the what are those shows that they have, like the stupid criminals?
Oh, yes.
Where you can't believe that they did what they did.
That they're so
Or
stupid.
Are they just absolutely brilliant that they came up with this little scheme?
As brilliant as they are, they obviously got caught. Allegedly. These are the alleged suspects.
Right. Were there more than 2?
I thought I just read 2.
Okay. I wasn't sure if there were more. But
there's always something. They miss something.
Well, they can't find the jewels.
Yeah.
What would they have done with the jewels? Would you drop them in FedEx and like ship them to your, what do you?
Let me call my crime diamond dealer real quick. Hey, where do we ship our stolen diamonds?
Someone else has these jewels unless they hid them somewhere.
Either hidden or they've already been broken down. I mean, they had a couple days to do so, and
Outstanding. Brandy the Bookworm says, I just hope they recover the historical items before damage happens to them, if it hasn't already. And then Sammy G says, how would you even pawn and get rid of these? Sammy, that's what we're talking about. They'd
have to cut them down. Yeah.
They would cut them down and destroy them. And someone would love to say, hey,
this is one of the
crown jewel.
Yeah. And maybe they wouldn't say something. They would just break it down and they'd probably get half of what the value is of.
You can't tell anybody
of what it is. So
we've got a few minutes before break, and I want to talk about how about the government shutdown? We are in what day?
Oh gosh.
Anybody?
Let
me see. I have it printed.
Too many. That's the answer.
I have it printed. Day 27
Yep.
of the government shutdown. And now we're talking tomorrow. This is going to... 1 in 8 people in the United States rely on what they call SNAP access. And that is a food benefit program provided by the federal government where you get money for groceries.
Yep.
And they're now saying that as of November 1st, I know Arizona is one of the states affected because we've been talking about that. They're not going to be able to get people their benefits. You know, when we talk about when the government shutdown first occurred, everyone's like, well, what's going to happen? And we talked about TSA. We flew out and
to Chicago.
I will say we had 0 delays, no problems whatsoever, which I was anticipating.
Yeah, we flew in the first couple days of the shutdown to Utah. And
no problems.
No problems at all.
And so, but now you're seeing it hit in a very different level. I don't remember when we had the government shutdown the last time it lasted 35 days, if the SNAP benefits were affected.
I don't remember that. The only thing that really sticks out was the parks. I do remember the parks and that whole department going to one of the national parks. I remember the weeds were completely overgrown. It was bad. Bathrooms were bad. Garbage was everywhere. That's what I remember the most from.
We have not heard reports of that happening, but it is maybe a different time of year. But I feel like the SNAP benefits, are people going to, anyone at home, let us know what you think, are people going to maybe really stand up and take notice and start sending messages? Can we start sending messages to the lawmakers saying, hey, this is really affecting your everyday person now. If I can't feed my family because of this government shutdown, this is get it together.
Yeah. And it also, you know, our food banks locally are so stressed out. And so, you know, they can't keep up with the demand. So, you know, if these people who have SNAP benefits, if they're going to go try to look for something else at a different avenue, is that going to, is that going to stress out the local food banks?
Yeah. Beacon Forever says maybe shutting down the SNAP benefits is a way of weeding out the people that don't actually need the benefits. They're just taking advantage of it. That is a very good
a lot of people have been.
Yeah. And then Brandy the Bookworm says, I don't remember benefits being affected last time either, ladies. And then we had one more comment saying that they personally did not redo the EBT for October. I'm not quite sure if you have to go in and call and renew every single month or how that works, but the Democrats are saying no, we're not going in. President Trump is saying we'll reopen, but we'll talk about those sticking points, but we have to reopen first. So.
It's nobody can get along.
We get along.
No, we do.
We're
not in politics.
Well. We all get along.
That's why we get along.
We will be right back. We're going to take a quick vote, and we're going to talk about something completely different and completely fun. So we'll be right back.
I remember last time it was...
absolutely dramatic and terrifying, and this is a testament to what people can do when they work together.
Adrenaline.
My goodness. So this is Fort Worth. We had police officers and Good Samaritans out there. They're really being called a hero for saving an infant. Look at that infant.
Oh my gosh.
So this is a rollover crash. My gosh, it is so difficult to watch. That poor baby is unresponsive. Mom is ejected out of the car.
Yep.
And they're able to get the baby out of the vehicle, and they perform CPR.
Yeah, that is hard to watch.
It's hard to watch,
but thank goodness for those first responders.
We wanted to share because the footage is so dramatic. But again, the importance of people coming together and working together, and my goodness, thankfully everyone is okay. So that's fantastic. Dave, where is our poll question? Is it poll question? Graphics 1. Okay. So what we're doing this entire week for our poll question on
which is so
air,
fun. Yeah,
we have brackets.
We do. It's that big. We need brackets.
Halloween's a big deal.
You don't realize how many pieces of candy, or what types, and hard candy, gummy candy, chocolate candy, peanut candy. It's just there's so many types that
keep going, Danielle. You're making me hungry.
You have to have a bracket. So here we are this week.
Every day we're gonna have your poll question. You get to pick one, and then on Friday all of the top choices will go against each other.
So whatever wins this poll today is what makes it on to the next poll. Got it. Okay.
Correct. So Reese's peanut butter cups 48%. I want to hear from you at home. Butterfinger 21%. Hershey bar, the little mini Hershey bars, I mean, they're plain, but they're not bad.
They're good.
Then we have Skittles, Twizzlers, Tootsie Rolls, Runts. Ugh. Runts are those little like fruit. Ugh. I know. I
cannot stand that.
Well, they have that weird candy coating. Mike Fernandez says he likes the sour candy. Mike, stay tuned all week. Twix will be listed, folks. Don't panic. Remember, this is ongoing.
We're doing it every single day.
Sour?
Yes.
Okay. Airheads are sour, Mike. So you would like those.
But I think they have ones that are not sour as well.
I don't know. I like Twizzlers.
Yeah. See, I'm not. I am chocolate and peanuts and caramel all the way. Like gummy, candy, Skittle, no.
Which is worse for your teeth. I like the chocolate as well, but give me the Twizzler and the gummy candy. Any single time, PB&J Reese's Cups. I recently had those pumpkins. The peanut butter Reese's pumpkins.
Oh.
They hit in a really different way.
Okay.
You need to go check them out if you haven't. So we want to introduce our next guest because we're going to stay on the topic of Halloween. Barbara Gordon.
Hi.
Good morning. Nice and close to the mic for us.
Nice.
Or pull it into you.
Okay.
We're talking about trick-or-treating with the kids.
We are.
But you didn't bring a bucket of treats. You kind of brought a bucket of tricks in a fun way.
And not really tricks, but yeah, I want to talk about the teal bucket. And I also want to just talk about Halloween as a whole, especially for young ones. So I'm with the Birth to 5 helpline at Southwest Human Development, and we primarily talk with families, caregivers, professionals with children or working with children from 5 years and younger. However, we do get calls from everybody and anybody about any age, and we will never hang up from anyone. But what comes along at this time of year is, how do I help my child not be scared about Halloween?
And the teal, let me ask you really quickly about the teal pumpkin. That started as a project many, many years ago.
Correct.
By a mom, essentially, who had a son on the spectrum.
Right.
And the teal pumpkin, when you see one in front of a home, means you know that it's sensory friendly.
Yes.
Because, I mean, even Halloween can be scary.
It can
Things
be
are jumping
very
out
scary.
at you.
Very scary. So with the teal bucket, I've been participating in this project for the last probably almost 10 years now. We have this out on our table out in front, and it's really an alternative to getting candy. You do have children that are on the spectrum. You have other children that may have peanut sensitivities, allergies, families who choose not to sugar up their kids, and so this is the alternative. So think about the things you would put in a party bag minus candy and things.
Oh,
so
that's a great perspective.
So there's some pencils. I have pencils in mine. I have some little notepads. I have a bunch of the ever popular tattoos.
Oh,
Kids
gosh.
love
Hand them over,
tattoos.
Kids love
Barbara.
them.
Hand them over.
Stickers.
Parents
yeah.
hate them.
I know parents don't like
know
them,
I
but
do.
They're not permanent tattoos.
no, they will
folks. They're
wash
not
off. They
permanent.
will wash off. The little packages of like Play-Doh that you can do.
What a great idea.
Yeah, so any kind of fun alternatives to handing out candy or sugar. That's what the Teal Project is about.
And I'm sure there's like squishies or anything that can go
you
in
can
there.
do
More sensory.
fidgets,
Yeah.
right? Whatever your budget will allow. I primarily go to like the dollar stores and see what they have to do, and I kind of add to it all year long as I'm out and about and I see something and it's like, oh my gosh, that would be perfect for the Teal bucket. So
Danielle's a mom, 5 years old.
Yep.
And Millery, you said when Barbara sat down, you said you think that's a good idea, not passing out the candy.
Yeah, no, I think we came home, and we have so many events now. I was talking to another mom. It's so hard to keep up because we have the trunk or treat at school. We have the trunk or treat at our church. We have trick or treating.
Right.
So I'm sitting here with 5 bags of candy that she's never going to eat,
And you can't say no to.
It's hard.
You want them to
Yeah.
be social. You want them to enjoy the season. So you can't say pick one. It's
she
tough
would
to
much
do that.
rather. She loves candy. Obviously, she's a kid. She's a 5-year-old. But this type of stuff, she would rather. She loves the notepads. She loves pencils. Squishies she's obsessed with squishy things. And so, yeah, I think it would
This
be awesome
is
if more
ever
parents
popular.
would. Yeah.
when I have it out on the table right by the candy bucket, a lot of kids will go, what's in there? Oh, I'd rather have that than this.
Because it lasts longer, too.
Yeah, I was
gonna
you know,
say,
you eat the candy,
Yeah.
it's
gone.
good, and then it's
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
Brandy the Bookworm says, I remember getting pencils and erasers and rolls of pennies. I would take a roll of penny now. They're worth a lot.
they're worth
I got pennies before.
And then also the Dollar Tree and Five Below are great places to
Yes.
get non-candy stuff
Yes.
as well.
Yeah.
And then Little Philosophy says, I take the pennies as well. A roll of penny. I was at Whole Foods in Chicago and they had a little note saying, I'm sorry, we don't take pennies because the U.S. Mint has
You're
stopped
seeing
producing
that.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you're starting to see, they're like, well, no, they'll take them. They can't give
Can't
you
give 'em
change.
back.
They have to round up or down. So
Right.
that's something to think about.
That's so
How long have you been doing this and what is the feedback, not just from the kids? Obviously, they're excited to get anything, but parents.
The cool thing is now that there is an online Teal Bucket project that you can go on and you can register your house on it. And then families who are looking for alternatives but still want to go trick-or-treating can then go on to the website and pull up their particular community and area where they are and see who does have a Teal bucket. So that's kind of fun. It gives you a chance to be able to know who has them in your neighborhood.
And what other things can, the general population or public, what else can people do to support this community or
not give out the candy.
Yeah.
Have fun in a different way.
Just have fun in different ways, right? However, one of the things that I do want to talk about, though, if I can, is Halloween is scary for little ones. And it can be scary for big people, too. I just talked to a gentleman the other day who said that Halloween was traumatic for him when he was a child, and that has carried through to his adulthood. And so that's a real thing. And if you think about some of the masks and the decorations and things that are out there, they are very scary to young children. So one of the things that I like to recommend to families that you do is take a walk around your neighborhood, around the community, wherever you're going trick-or-treating. Take a walk during the day. Talk about the things that you're seeing. Like we have this, I don't know, he's probably stands 10 feet. He looks like he's 80 feet tall, big werewolf thing. Which during the day he's scary, but at nighttime when the lights are on and he's moving, it's totally different. So take the walk again in the evening when things are on and you can talk about, remember this morning when we saw that werewolf or that witch? Here it is again. Now we're seeing it at night.
So we were chatting with one of our radio partners, Tim from KNIX this morning, and he was talking about how during Halloween when his kids were young, one of his favorite things to do was to sit on the porch and hand out the candy.
Yes.
I thought he was going to go in a little bit of a different way. So I remember the folks who would dress up as a scarecrow or a monster
And sit there with the
and
candy.
They would sit there with a bucket of candy in their lap in a rocking chair. You would think it was like a stuffed.
No, and they jump out at you.
And then they jump out at you.
So mean.
So if that happened, let's say that you try to vet the neighborhood, you try to know what's happening. But if you happen to have a little 3, 4, 5-year-old and you encounter a situation like that and they're terrified, how do you de-escalate that situation?
Good question. First, you have to de-escalate yourself as the big person.
Well,
You've got to self-regulate yourself. Exactly. It would be scary for all of us. And I think obviously leaving the situation, maybe not all the way, maybe standing back out at the street and standing and watching, but really being with that child, not dismissing those emotions, not dismissing how they're feeling, but letting them know, you're scared too. That was very scary. Let's watch for a moment. And that can be horrifying
let's
as
watch
well.
them terrify other
right,
children.
exactly. That can be
Make you feel better
horrifying
about
as well.
yourself.
But
well, I mean, then you can laugh a little bit. But it's true, you do. That's a great point.
Yeah, you have to really be there for them and not dismiss things. Like sometimes we as big people don't think about things and we're like, oh, come on, it's not
fine.
that scary. It's you're fine. But really, when you're 3 or 4 or 5, that
scary.
just blew my world apart.
What if my 4-year-old comes home from preschool and says, I want to dress like the biggest, scariest monster I can? As a parent, how much are you allowing so that other kids
Good
around him aren't
question.
scared? Because you send your kid with like one eye bulging or one of those, what are those?
Blood.
Some of the masks you saw earlier today. I mean, the other kids might be
Fortunately,
scared.
my experience has been that a lot of childcare programs kind of help put some parameters in about what you can and can't wear when we're doing our Halloween day or trick or treat or whatever. But I think at 4 and 5 years old, those kiddos, they've got a pretty good sense of what they want and what they look like. And so I would have them explain, well, what is scary to you? What does look scary? And, sometimes it could just be something as funny as having funky hair and a big something, so really let them have a say in what that costume is going to be.
What's Mallory dressing up as?
She's going to be Jessie from Toy Story.
Oh, that's cute. That's a popular one. That's fun, right? That's easygoing.
Yeah. She was a ghost, Jack Skellington, and Spider-Man last year. So she's
all of them?
No, I'm saying like year by year. So she's a ghost.
Wow, she's a lucky girl.
Jack Skellington, Spider-Man, and Jessie. So nothing really.
K-pop seems to be a big one this year too.
I don't even know what that is.
Rumi or something.
I don't know.
And my great granddaughter's doing Rumi as K-pop, and I love it because my son is like, I know who that is, and the rest of us are like, who is
we don't. Let us Google really quickly. 10 seconds left. How do people get a hold of you? What's that hotline number?
The helpline. We're a helpline, not a hotline. We're a helpline Monday through Friday, 8 to 8. And if you call, it's
We'll get. I'll tell you guys what. We're out of time. We'll get it up. Des and Ron are
Thank you. 877-705 kids.
All right, so here's a question. How do you make a streaming show like Fox 10 Talks immensely successful? Well, first of all, you got to have the right music. I love we call it bump music. I love our bump music.
I do too.
Yeah.
I love the switch.
Then secondly, you got to have the right people on board. And I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome Desiree.
Good morning.
To another half hour of streaming magic here on Fox 10 Talks. We had William Shatner
I know. How'd you guys secure that
hour?
What?
This guy right here, that guy that sits in the big chair, calls all the big plays.
Oh, well.
Lined it up. He's coming to the Valley. William Shatner is. I believe we said it was November 13th, right, Dave? November 13th?
What's he doing?
Okay. He's going to be at the Orpheum Theater. They're going to play one of the all-time great Star Trek movies. I think it's The Wrath of Khan.
Oh, cool.
And then he's going to be there to just chat with everybody about it.
Wow.
Isn't that so cool?
Okay. And how much are tickets to this event?
I'm sure there are a couple of bucks, but he, I think he would have given us the whole hour. He was so cool. Such a laid-back guy. I said, so what's the secret? He's 94 and he looks like he's 74.
Money.
He said genetics.
Well, that
counts for a lot. But he did say he gets out and exercises.
Is still active. Yeah, you got to keep moving.
Plus, he's just busy with his career, you know. So I think that's a big part of it.
Oh, that's really cool. Right. All right, so I got a request then, Dave. Can we put this out there now for the public to know? Can we get Jeremy Renner? I love Jeremy Renner.
Oh, sure, let's do it.
Sure.
Yeah, and his show that we watched, Mayor of Kingstown. I watch it with my husband.
Oh, good.
It's so good. Season 4. I know. Do you watch it, Dave?
I have not seen it. I've heard of it though.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, and season 4 just came out. So that'd be
great.
Cool.
Can you get us Kim Kardashian, Dave?
Yeah.
If we're putting requests in.
Yeah, let's do it.
Good.
Put it out there. I'd love to talk to Kim K too.
Let's see. Who else do we? I like Peyton Manning.
Oh,
he'd be a fun guy to talk to.
Okay.
Peyton or Eli. I mean, as long as we're putting the list together.
I mean, let's shoot for the start. MJ, Michael Jordan. I mean,
yeah, let's. Okay. Oh, by the way, look at Dave here. Go ahead, buddy. You tell everybody what you're telling us. Go.
Tickets for Shatner go from $24 on the low end all the way up to $200 for a premium VIP, which gets you an exclusive signed poster in addition to a photo op with Captain Kirk himself.
You know, honestly, if you're a big fan, what are game tickets these days?
Right.
So yeah, that's pretty cool.
Or a concert ticket. But if you actually get a chance to meet him for $200, you get that autograph and everything else. That guy's probably going to live to about 114. I mean, he is absolutely amazing.
Oh, so cool.
Let's talk about, we were so excited, Des. I still look at the pictures of when you and I were out there at the Diamondbacks ballpark, the Chase Field, a couple of years ago when they were on the World Series. It was such an exciting time. Well, excitement in LA is brewing because finally the Dodgers are getting back to Los Angeles. Look, we're in Phoenix. There are a lot of people who don't like the Dodgers, but we have thousands of people in this city who love the Dodgers. And so we thought, here's what we ought to do. Is just talk just a little bit more with Sarah Allegre about the World Series. And Sarah, go ahead, clue us in. I'm sure LA is getting excited.
Just a little bit. I will say, I believe we have Brad Paisley right now practicing the national anthem, so that's pretty exciting as to what's going on here. I know, I'm like a front row seat for me. This is a big deal. She's Everything is one of my favorite songs, I shall say. But it's going well here. You see those stands behind me, they're very empty. Later today, it's going to be quite a different story. And as you said, some folks in Arizona, we've got Dodger fans there. We have Dodger fans really across the country, but Blue Jays fans as well. I mean, we're going to see a sea of blue regardless, and there's a lot of energy. There's a lot of excitement too, especially with the series tied up right now. The Dodgers back at home, hoping to use that, home field advantage in their favor. Wow. this performance is just distracting me. It's been incredible, but just to give you an idea, just so much happening right here. They're getting the field ready, and Game 3 kicking off in a couple of hours from right now. We still have some good amount of time, but just gearing up for all the excitement.
That was amazing. Here we go.
It should show itself here these next three games.
Maple leaves to palm trees. The World Series has landed in LA, and the pressure's on.
It's a tough task every night against these starters.
Tonight, Max Scherzer starts for the Jays, going up against Tyler Glasnow for the Dodgers. Scherzer brings veteran experience, while Glasnow is hoping his LA roots give him an edge.
So I think I probably feel the best I have all season right now.
It's a big test for both after Yoshinobu Yamamoto's lights-out performance Saturday.
Coming home, I feel that, we're back into a little bit of a rhythm offensively.
Star hitter Shohei Ohtani says the team's energy is sky high with the next few games on home turf.
Really good lineup. Yoshinobu navigated that lineup really well. I mean, you have to really have good stuff to be able to put up good results.
It's been 32 years since the Blue Jays last held the trophy, and Toronto's hoping to regain momentum from that Game 1 start.
It's awesome to see some of the videos of the fans outside of the Rogers Center cheering. I think it kind of shows what kind of fan base and support that we have.
Meanwhile, the Dodgers chasing a repeat championship, something Major League Baseball hasn't seen in 24 seasons. The last, the Yankees.
We got to have a good game plan and execute and play sound baseball. And, then everything will take care of itself.
Hosting World Series. It's hosted 10 so far. Again, 56,000 seats here at Dodger Stadium, expected to be filled, and regardless of who fans are cheering for, we're going to see a lot of blue tonight.
All right, so we have to ask, who are you rooting for? Are you going Dodgers here or Blue Jays?
As a reporter, we're supposed to be non-biased, but I will give you some hints. I grew up here in the Los Angeles area. I will say my first T-ball team was the Dodgers. I don't know if that sways me any kind of way, but I will say I'm just excited to see both of these incredible teams go back-to-back tonight. So it's going to be a great game regardless, but I will say T-ball Sarah is very jealous of where I'm standing right now.
Oh, that is so cool. And yeah. And what are they saying about Yamamoto? There's just so much excitement over his pitching game, and especially obviously his performance last night leading to that win, which now ties the series. Careful there, don't get knocked over. They're getting that field ready to go.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, he played a fantastic game for Game 2 Saturday night. And, it's known that usually the Game 2 winners, they end up winning the World Series about 65% of the time. But he played a fantastic game. And, the Blue Jays even commenting on it themselves. And I think it also is setting the tone for both pitchers starting off tonight, looking at Max Scherzer along with Tyler Glasnow as well. Both really have quite the game to live up to after his performance Saturday night.
All right, so I got to ask, now they're singing "Oh Canada." They're practicing "Oh Canada." Any idea who's doing that? Or is that Brad Paisley doing that one too? What's happening?
It just may be. I'm not sure. I didn't hear the announcement a little bit earlier, but I will say when I was in Toronto earlier, a couple days ago, it was pretty fantastic to see the show that they did for both countries and honoring both. It was fantastic. So it's honestly one of my favorite parts of being at these games. It's really unique to see and kind of seeing the audience participation in both too. It was spectacular. My first time seeing it. So excited for that tonight as well.
All right, next time we need to see pictures of T-ball Sarah. We need to see 7-year-old Sarah right.
Yeah, you'll have to recreate one now that you're on the field there. Thank you so much for that report.
Thank you.
All right, that's great.
That was cool.
Okay, so yeah, we'll see what happens. But the Dodgers are tough to beat. But man, Toronto, the way they came storming back in that last series, I think they're also pretty tough.
Oh yeah, they want it. I mean, it's been more than 30 years, so they're definitely hungry for it.
No kidding. Hey, before we go to break, I believe I've been wanting to get to this video all day. Let's zoom right in here. Did you hear about? We get bears in trees. But I've never seen a report, Des, of a bear in a palm tree. And that's why we had our editor, Jeff, kind of highlight and zoom in on the tree. There he is, all tranquilized. He's like, I'm sound asleep. Here's the crew that rescued him. The whole thing was really kind of quite a story just in terms of the success that they had. All of this happening just over the weekend. Pinal County had to get out there, out in Santan Valley, and take care of business. And they say they're going to get this guy released somewhere up in northern Arizona. He ended up all the way in town. I have no idea how.
I don't know, but I think, didn't we say too, this was like his second time up there? And right? He really got himself stuck up there this time.
And hey,
He's
look
so
for these
cute,
rescuers, for the firefighters and law enforcement and game and fish. I guess it's all in a day's work. And there's the bear. He's like, oh, I'm so woozy. Remind me why they're taking my picture again. What did I do wrong?
But it would be me, the one to cuddle the bear while it's it's out.
Right.
Like, oh, it's so cute.
Did you have any pets growing up?
Yeah, I had a dog.
Yeah.
We had a collie for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was beautiful. Her name was Sadie.
Oh, nice.
But she passed a couple years ago, just old age. But yeah, we had a dog.
We, for many years, and she lived to age 20 for a Chihuahua.
Wow.
We had a little Chihuahua named Pebbles. I should bring in a picture of her sometime. And yeah, to live that long of a long, healthy life was pretty impressive.
Yeah, just a dog for you. We also had cats too. I had a few cats throughout the years.
Yeah, so Pebbles, that was in the more recent times when our kids were growing up. But we had a cat when I was a little kid who one day just disappeared, and I never knew where she went. It was like the hardest thing.
That is the saddest thing, right? Yes, if cats get out, they don't generally come back. My sister had 2 cats.
Okay.
She just lost one, and she was moving. To a different place, and the cat got out, and it's gone. They don't tend to come back.
Right.
That is sad.
That's back in Buffalo?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe she went to go meet her boyfriend.
I don't know. She's roaming them streets. That's what she's doing now. Not coming home.
Okay, it is Mystery Cam time, and I just love the fact that we're able to pull up these cameras for views that you've never seen before. Where do you think that is? We'll be right back. Okay, so Little Philosophy is thinking maybe it's New Orleans, but hedging bets, maybe it's Georgia. Huh? Yeah. Well, Halakita, let's see, Halakita is, did she say Louisiana?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's her guess.
Because it got me, I did think Louisiana, because I wonder if that's their state capital. You know, there are 2 or 3 old-fashioned state capitals. I was in North Dakota, and they built about a 18-story building as their capital 90 years ago. It's still the tallest building in the state.
Really?
90 years later.
Oh my goodness!
I think Louisiana has a state capital like that.
Well, it is windy there. Look at those flags flying.
Gosh, yeah. And the leaves aren't turning yet, so it has to be somewhere a little more southern.
Mm-hmm.
I think these guys could be right. Linda, by the way, good morning, Linda.
Yeah, good morning, Rhode Island.
Is her guess.
Oh, Louis says Louisiana as well.
Okay,
they're
lots of
taking notes of the flags as well. A little philosophy noting that.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I heard a story this morning on one of the great college football podcasts that before they could fire the LSU football coach last night, there had to be a meeting at the governor's office to make sure everybody was really on board.
What the governor have to do with it?
What's that, Des?
I said, what did the governor have to do with it?
I know. Well, so first of all, I think they're both in the same town.
Okay.
In Baton Rouge. And it's just that politics mixes with football in the state of Louisiana like nowhere else. Yeah.
Wow.
And so,
the governor kind of had to sign off.
Well, and then the report that I heard on this podcast, I'm trying to think I think it was the College Football Inquirer, which is a really good podcast. They were saying that during the game on Saturday, when they looked so bad before they fired Brian Kelly on Sunday, that they were going, like people were going around in the suites to the big donors saying, okay, we might have to ask you to pony up a little bit more to get a new coach hired who's on board. Because these coaches now, it was not that long ago, $2 million was the big salary for coaches. Now it's $10 million. So they got to get the boosters anyway.
That's
the governor gets
why
involved.
I know. My husband was thinking about going into college coaching.
Oh, really?
Said, honey, are you sure? You really should consider that.
Yeah. Well, hey, if he gets a head coaching job, he's looking at $5 million minimum.
Yeah, hey,
come on,
show me the money, honey.
Not that I'm trying to talk you into that.
I'd love that. But no, he goes to me last night. He goes, and look at all these college coaches. They're dropping like flies.
Yeah,
I'm like, hey, well, didn't mean it had to be you.
Yeah. But hey, when these coaches get fired, they're going to look for somebody else. I think I'm going to go Louisiana.
Going Louisiana?
Baton Rouge. And I think that's the state capital. How about you?
Okay, so you're going with Louis, Halakita?
Yep.
All right.
I found I can't go wrong.
Where's here? I'm grabbing the paper. I'm going Little Philosophy. I'm going to say Georgia too.
Okay.
So
here we go.
That way you're not alone.
Thank you.
It is.
Oh,
Port Allen.
It is Louisiana.
Yeah, Louisiana.
Okay.
Okay.
Although it's Port Allen, I'll have to look and see if that's like.
I don't think I've ever heard of Port Allen.
Rouge. Let's go back and look one more time.
Let's see what the forecast is today, because it's so windy.
Allen, yeah. Okay, Port Allen, Louisiana.
79 degrees today.
Yeah.
Hello. That sounds perfect.
It's right across the river from Baton Rouge and LSU.
About a 4.5 hour flight.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
All right.
All right. So back to the program. Ron and Des hanging out with you till noon. The good news is after a very long, hard month for the folks in Globe, they really feel like they're making progress. But the cleanup efforts have really been extensive. And we went up there this weekend to see what people were saying.
Still so much to be done, to be honest. We've been digging through the mud and finding and cleaning, and some of it's broken and we have to throw it out. And then we've got to tear apart like all of the pegboards in the booths, and they have mud in between them. I'm just hoping and praying that God's going to come through for us.
This ditch was originally designed to handle that kind of water, but somebody decided to put a small culvert in on both ends of my property, and it easily gets plugged up. And when it does, the water comes across the driveway, across my yard. But a few days later, we got a second rain and the ditches were full. The county hadn't gotten out here to clean them out, so we got the whole flood the second time. I am really proud to be part of this community.
Okay, so you heard from a couple of different people there. That was Michelle, who works and really runs the Antique Mall in downtown. And then we also went out and talked to a homeowner who said, they're doing their best. Those guys moved to Globe several years ago, and obviously it is a community that is pitching in to try to make progress.
Yeah, and it's a very tight-knit community. It's small, so a lot of people know each other. Now, a couple of years ago when they've seen flooding like this before, I was out covering it, and we ate at the cutest little breakfast spot, and it was like the place in town where everybody stopped, I wish I could recall the name of it, but yeah, it's just devastating to see that they have that much cleanup.
Yeah, there are a couple, 3 newer hop-in restaurants that chefs from the Valley have headed up there to run. And downtown Globe is just super cool. I'm so glad they're getting back on their feet. And, when they do and they really start to, they're fully reopened, get everybody welcome back. I mean, it's as far as cool, historic downtowns go, for me, it's like right up there with Jerome.
Yeah. We'll have to show them some love, certainly. And, when they get up and running again.
Okay, what about this story that came in this weekend of the hot air balloon that clipped an apartment building? Are you kidding me? Okay, so we just zoomed in straight down the I-10. And this is in Marana. It happened over the weekend. They did manage to successfully and safely land in a nearby field. Obviously, you never want to hit a building. It sounds like they did just barely kind of clip it. But we're told only minor injuries, and nobody even had to go to the hospital. But that had to be a little bit of an unexpected ordeal. Have you hot air ballooned yet, Des?
I have not, and that makes me question it.
Right?
No.
The vast majority of flights hit no buildings.
I know, but still, I don't want to be the lucky one. Like, these people didn't think they were going to hit a building either.
No, I'm sure they did.
Because my only thing is, if something were to happen and there's nothing to hang on to, right? Or to secure yourself with. You're just in the basket. Have you done it?
Yes.
Okay.
And I was
Beautiful.
amazed.
Nice
it
ride?
surprised me because, you get these great views. You probably shouldn't do it if you have a fear of heights. But I'm not in that category. And the higher we went, the quieter it got. That was the thing that stuck with me. The noise at the street level, all you have to do is get 100 feet up and you're like, it's more like
Peaceful.
you hear the wind at your level. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I have been parasailing. It's a little different.
Okay.
But the first time I parasailed, I thought, you'd get up there and it'd be like really windy.
Yes.
And it was like you kind of just described.
Right.
You get up and it's just like you're floating.
Was this at Lake
in
Pleasant
the air.
or where?
No, on vacation in the Caribbean one year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was quite peaceful as well. So I can envision how that ride would be.
Renee and I were chaperones on our daughter's, she and a bunch of her friends went on a senior class type cruise down to Mexico.
Oh, fun.
And so I did the parasailing down there by Cabo, and I thought this would be really cool because there's a town right next door to Cabo. And I got up high enough. I'm like, I wonder what I'm going to see over in that town. Do you know what I
What'd
saw?
you find?
A Home Depot.
Oh. Glad to know they got a Home Depot.
Yeah, they're
that's
everywhere.
funny. That ride was peaceful, no?
Yeah.
A little windy?
No, it was just great all the way around.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it was really, really nice. Okay. Hey, one more story. A shout out to the great folks at the Phoenix Fire Department because we had this story covered. Look at this. We flew Sky Fox. If you live in this part of town, up there in Avondale, look at all the damage done by the fire and the smoke at a storage facility. This is at about 6:30 this morning. They're trying to figure out how it started, but the thing about it is, when a fire like this starts and it spreads, this is the thing that always kind of worries me about it, whether it's a storage unit, with somebody's personal belongings in the unit next door, the third one down, or in this case, RVs, trailers and RVs, 15 units had at least some level, I believe that at least 15 RVs, trailers, or RVs were impacted by this fire. So that's the risk you take, but, a lot of folks don't have space at their house to keep an RV, so you have to do it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, everybody's got insurance and it's all gonna work out okay. But hey, once again, shout out to them all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so why are we having these problems with pests? And I don't mean like rats. I mean the bugs.
I don't know.
They're everywhere.
The rain lately that we've got.
Yeah, have you guys had mosquitoes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Had a bunch.
I've killed quite a few in the house.
Yeah. Yeah, you're known as the mosquito killer of Chandler.
Yeah, watch out.
Right?
I don't need a fly swatter either. Use my hand.
Here's Danielle's report about all of that.
All right.
Which they love, the cooler temperatures. So pretty much a perfect disaster for us in terms of the pest department. So we have Mike Boyle here with Burns Pest Elimination. First and foremost, mosquitoes.
Yes.
I think just exploding right now. And why is that?
It's the rain. When we have 2 or 3 days of rain like we did, the mosquito types that we have are the Aedes aegypti, which don't need standing water. They're in the dry washes, they're in the riverbeds, and they are there waiting for months, maybe even a year or two, to hatch. We get all the rain, every single one of those eggs hatch. So now the mamas are all coming out looking to get a blood meal so they can grow their eggs and somewhere to lay them. So it's been a horrible couple of weeks.
And you have one of your employees here. This is what, a fogging machine?
Yeah, we technically call it an ultra low volume, meaning it uses a very small amount of product, but he is applying a mix of essential oils, rosemary, thyme, because the good news is mosquitoes are horrible flyers and very susceptible to any sort of product. We used to use garlic oil, and it worked great.
Okay, and that is something that they just don't like, so they will what, go away?
No, it kills them.
Oh, it does kill them.
Yeah, it kills them. And that is the short-term solution to get rid of the adults. Now we're going to go with the long-term solution.
Okay, and that's what, a trap?
It is a trap. Inside there is water and a mix that is a little stinky, so mama wants to lay her eggs there. And there's another couple of products. One is a birth control, so her eggs won't hatch, and it's got a very small amount of pesticide that she will take back when she goes, hangs out with their mosquito buddies, and we'll get rid of them too.
Wow.
How about that?
Sign me up. How much is that service?
Yeah, I don't know, but good luck, mosquitoes.
Yeah, get out of here.
We're ready to take you on, and don't even go to Chandler.
At least, right? Don't. Yeah.
Gotta say goodbye.
Oh, that's it. Bye, guys. I thought you were going to say bye. Sorry.